Yeah, we're live. Doesn't that say we're live?
Oh, maybe it does.
Hello. Happy Friday, Keith.
Yes, sir. Happy
Happy,
Friday.
happy. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to like and share, right?
Like and share as always.
Yep.
Tell your friends, tell your family,
Tell everybody and his
tell
brother,
strangers.
right? Tell strangers.
Tell the strangers that
Yeah,
Underbound IT
absolutely.
is live.
Yep, we're live.
Friday, it's 4
Yep.
o'clock, and we're ready to go.
Hopefully we have something worthwhile to talk about, right?
I saw you making a list there, so I think
I made a list. Yes, I
we're ready.
did.
We're squared away.
And we checked it twice even.
Exactly right.
Even though it's not Christmas and we're not Santa. Oh, man. Sharing stuff. Why does the sharing have to be so difficult? I don't know. It's just me, maybe. I don't know. We'll get there, though.
Well,
Yeah, we're a little bit late because we had somebody call us, 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago.
yep, that's all right. That's what we do.
It's what we do. It's all right. Oh, there we go.
I'll have to search for Underbound. There we go. Now I found it. Click the share button. Perfect. Well, now that we're shared, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the show.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello and welcome to Honorbound IT's weekly live stream with your hosts Craig Fine and Keith Hoskin and your bench reporter Jennifer Hall.
That's us, baby.
It is.
Jennifer Hall is not on the bench for the interim.
Right. There we go. Shared and shared.
So, just me and Greg here on the live stream for short term. But we're here. We're ready.
Jennifer, there.
I saw her. Yeah.
Yep.
Doing
Did you see
good.
the baby? She had a baby.
Doing good. Saw the baby. Saw her at the. Her son is on the playing baseball, and my son also had the baseball thing going on, so we saw her there and chatted for a few minutes. And everything looks like it's good. So
We haven't had a dance yet.
this is the dance. It's dance time. There we go. Kick it off. Love it.
Gotta love it. Love the blues. How about you?
Like the blues. Not bad. Like the blues and like the shoes. We do have we had a good week. A lot to talk about.
Yep, we do. So hang out.
Yeah. If you saw the pre-post, the weather this week.
Yes. Was like one of
Pretty
Lots of
stormy.
rain. yeah, first time with sirens going.
Yeah, it's been a while since played sirens go
Yeah,
out.
last year.
They do a test.
Yeah, but it's just for a couple minutes, it's all clear.
Yeah. Like, what was it, about 20 minutes and then business as usual in Nebraska.
That's right. Yeah, we just used all this stuff down here.
Yeah, let's make sure that our microphones are.
Are they working right?
I just want to make sure I can hear that we're talking. We don't have our fail safe up, and Jennifer.
Oh man!
Perfect.
All right, yeah. Like my mom always likes to make fun of me. She goes like, "You guys started a little slow because you're trying to figure out what you're doing." Yes. Yeah, we're always trying to figure out what we're doing.
Every day.
That's our job.
Every day.
Figure out what we're doing and then figure out what we're doing for other people.
Do you want home computer support for less than $1 a day? Sign up for the residential protection plan. It's $297 per year.
Technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah. You need to show them what you just did.
Yeah. Well, the
See, we got a stream deck, right?
Yeah. I think it was mislabeled. We'll chalk
Was
it up to that.
mislabeled.
Yeah, we'll chalk it up to that for this time.
I think so.
Give you a preview of the sweet residential protection plan that we'll talk
That's
about
right.
later.
We'll do that later. But yeah. But I was just saying, like, my mom makes fun of me all the time because, like, it's we always have a little bit of difficulty getting started. But then once we get going, everything's all cool, right?
Yeah. Well, you think about, everything in life, the car, you get out, it starts to roll. Once it's rolling, it's going. The train,
That's right.
the plane.
Yeah, we're just a little slow to get started. That's all.
So yeah, it's not just.
So yeah,
it's
like
not just us.
welcome. Like, hope you're still hanging out with us and you haven't like decided to like click off. But anyways, we're happy to have you here, and we hope that you'll watch to the end because we have a cat video of we have a cat picture and a meme of the week, like we do every week, and then we have our regular bench report, which unfortunately we don't have Jennifer for, and then we talk a little bit about the things that happened during the week. But yeah, like Keith, you do most of the work on the bench. You need to tell us about like what went on this week.
Well, I think we even said it last week where, it's a little bit slowing down on the bench. It's kind of towards that time of year where, a lot of our clientele are a little bit older. The weather has been very cooperative. So a lot of people are out in the fields kicking it off.
Or wishing they were out in the fields this week.
Yeah. They're probably doing something getting ready, but
Yep.
we do service a lot of rural and ag centered people. And so some of the customers that come in do actually, run a little farm business off their single computer. Hey, they're just keeping their books up to date and their accounts and, keeping their registers good. And so we help those people out. But yeah, like you said, we still didn't have a lot of stuff on the bench this week.
There were a couple of things though.
We did have a couple of things. And so I'll tell you about what was going on. And I'll tell you about the first one. We had, I don't know if this particular instance was an ag related incident, but he does use his computer quite often, and he brought it in, and it's not just him that sees these things, but we hear a lot of people see these random pop-ups and
just for no stupid reason.
yeah, and it's something that's like just click X or click close or whatever, and you get off of it and you just move on.
Yeah, but if you get enough of them, it gets annoying, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that was this case where, I think he had seen enough, and I was like, it just keeps coming up over and over and over, and I close it and it comes back, and I close it and it comes back, and that happens. And one of the things that you had mentioned, and I had asked him, he's like, well, do you think we can do it again? And we tried and we couldn't do it, but and you said, if you get a chance, and you see these pop-ups and it happens multiple times, pull your phone out, take a quick picture, just so you can have something to show. Say, hey, this is what I'm looking at. And, we always ask people, if you can get a picture of something, that is definitely helpful.
It makes it a lot easier for your technician to be able to figure out what's going on, because we can't see your screen, from here. And then if we can't duplicate the issue, then, it makes it really difficult to solve the problem. But you did find a couple of things on this customer's computer. You had like a toolbar. What else was there?
Yeah, he had one of those.
Malware.
Yeah, if you ever see that one launch toolbar, that's
Piece of crap.
definitely. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure probably what had happened is he installed some software, and I just did this today. Adobe is probably one of the worst about it.
Oh, good Lord! Yeah.
They have these freeloaders.
Two of them.
Yeah, they have two of them, and
Uncheck the box.
most free software probably does have this, where they have this freeloading software. Oh yeah, if you want to get this for free, it comes with this if you're not careful. So just watch out for the stuff if you're downloading free stuff.
Yeah, that you don't catch the McAfee virus.
Yeah, you don't get something that you don't want. But
That's right.
Nevertheless, I'm assuming he downloaded something, may or may not, fully admit to it, but it happens, and maybe he didn't do it, recently. Maybe he did it a while back.
Could have been like 3 years ago. Who knows?
Yeah, and he might not have remembered.
Just like decided it was going to go crazy on him today.
Yeah, but we did the malware scan, and we did find a few things. Like you said, the one launch toolbar is something that it sits up on top of your desktop, even so it's not even in the web browser, which is really weird. But it sits up on there and it looks like a search bar, and it's junk.
Well, it tries to take over what your search engine is, so they're using their search engine so they can collect money off of the searches that you make and throw up ads. And that's probably where the pop-ups were coming from.
Yep. Another
It's
one
like
is the
click, click, click.
Wave browser. So if you ever
Oh,
see
God,
so
that piece
One
of
Launch or Wave browser, those are the two that are just
Yep.
Wave browser.
If you've got that going on your computer, you need to call us because, we can get rid of that stuff for you.
yeah.
It's garbage and it's just making your life difficult.
The worst thing about the Wave browser is it looks like Microsoft Edge. So it uses
Yep.
their like little circle logo, but the colors are just a little
Just
bit different.
slightly different, yeah.
And
Liars.
yeah. and if you're not an everyday user like we are, you wouldn't notice that. Oh, that's just the web browser. So you
Yep.
click on
Exactly.
it and you go.
Exactly. Yep. Seen that a couple times. It's like, man, are their pants on fire all the time? Because they keep lying to you.
But yeah, our bench services includes the malware scan and removal, which is what we did for this specific case. So we got rid of all that, and then obviously going through the rest of my testing and things like that, I wasn't able to recreate the issue. So I'm assuming that
Hopefully it'll solve, and then we're going to call them back. I assume sometime next week, and make sure that we nailed it. But we assume that those two things contributed to the issue that he was having, because they'll make crazy random pop-ups. Then you had bad hard disk this week.
yeah, I got a computer in. This one was actually
today.
This was today. This was actually a pretty intense situation.
It was like half an hour ago, 45 minutes.
And she called this morning actually and brought her computer in, and just going through and having a discussion, looking at the computer and just ask a couple questions. How old's your computer? Well, we got it about a year ago. Okay, that's okay, and just check it in, and we'll get on the bench and see what's going on. And part of the things that we do, maybe kind of outside of what we would normally tell you, but we do check the serial number and just look at the warranty and try to figure out the age of the computer. Because somebody may have bought it a year ago does not mean that the computer was built a year ago, because there are people out there selling refurbished computers. And you buy a computer that's refurbished. Yeah, maybe you bought it a year ago. The computer was actually manufactured 9 years ago.
Oh, the dead giveaway was that you had two serial numbers to work with, right?
Yeah, they had a serial number
what
on
the
the
heck is up with
machine,
this?
and then on the actual computer tower itself had one serial number. But then I go into the system and look at the hardware and get the serial number that's actually tied to the rest of the computer, and it comes up with something different. And that's how I can tell that something's going wrong here. And then upon further inspection, looking at the computer, I find this little tiny sticker, refurbished. Okay, that's why I got these conflicting serial numbers, and why I couldn't really figure out what was going on. But I called her back and I said, you know what, we did the scans, found out the hard drive's failing. That's what's causing your blue screen. Also noticed that the computer you purchased was refurbished, and it's a little bit older than what you thought it might have been. And I think they knew they bought it refurbished, and they was just hoping to get a good deal. And you take your chances. It's like gambling. Like I was telling Greg, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. In this case, refurbished computers are kind of one that we kind of stay away from if we can. You don't.
Well, do you want to perpetuate somebody else's misery, right?
No, and you don't get the manufacturer's warranty, and you don't get you don't trust what you're buying. You just kind of have to go on blind faith.
Well, and I think that's a big deal. Is like being like when we look up your serial number, it's not that we're like creeping on your computer. We just want to if it's acting stupid and there's something physical wrong with it, we want to make sure that if it's under warranty, that we can help you get your warranty claim done. So it's really not that, we're trying to check up on you or anything that you're doing. We just want to make sure that you're getting the most value out of your computer as possible when you purchase something. You buy it with a warranty. We want you to get everything that you're owed.
Yeah. Well, and it's good information to have too as a consumer, because you want to know, hey, I did buy this computer a year ago. It should be still in warranty. Well, no, you bought it refurbished. It's actually not. So, we want to make sure that you're informed as well. And then that gives us the ability to give you the best advice we can. So that way, you know, you're making good on your next investment, which in this case, they decided, hey, let's just get a computer.
Yeah, you sold them one of our nice all-in-ones, right?
Yeah, our all-in-one. Oh, the Dell all-in-ones that we've been getting.
Oh, we love them. We love them.
It's
We're glad to be able to get them again.
I think it's 22-inch screen, built-in speakers, built-in webcam, wireless keyboard and mouse, one cord, your power cord. That's all you have to deal with.
Yep.
So, you know, and in this case, actually, she said, well, I actually use 2 monitors. Can I just get the tower? Well, you don't just need
here.
the tower.
Plug it in over here.
We're going to get rid of that tower that's sitting on the side of your desk or on the floor, taking up space, running cables and things like that.
Yeah, get rid of a half a dozen cables and away you go.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was really helpful. And, you know, for a lot of people that we've sold these all-in-ones to, I think that's a big benefit for them. It's something that they really like. But we were able to, you know, the hard drive was failing, but the data was still recoverable, and it's backed it up, recovered it. And they had, you know, QuickBooks files, they had a bunch of other stuff on there, able to move it over and actually do it fairly quickly, which I was kind of surprised about.
Yeah, we were pretty snappy with that.
But
between you and me, we were like tag teaming it.
Exactly. Well, and I kind of prefaced and I was like, you know, this is going to take a while.
Well, we didn't know we'd get it done today. It's like, surprise, it's done today.
Well, I'm going through it. I'm like, did I miss something? Or, no,
well, we were kind of thinking that maybe it had a spinner hard disk in, which would have like taken forever and a day to get done. But yeah, no, it was not.
Yeah, the guy who did the refurbish put a solid state hard drive in. That's probably all they did.
It was an unbranded piece of garbage, you know, but whatever. You know, we were able to at least bail them out. And we replaced the computer with something that was business grade because they were running a business. And you just don't want to like trust your business to some random home quality computer. You know, we are a little bit more expensive than your average computer store, but that's because we buy better equipment because we know our customers, most of them being business users, that use their computer, you know, 20 to 40 hours a week, don't have time to have the headaches of equipment that's going to fail on them. So, you know, if you want something that's like consumer grade, we'll send you to Walmart or Best Buy or whatever, you know, but you're not going to get it here because we just want to make sure that you're getting the best computer experience ever. So if that's something that appeals to you, just like come down and see us here at 109 Norris Avenue.
Yeah. And I know, you know, just after talking to her, she dropped her computer off and went back to the office, and they had a spare computer that they were using. But I mean, it
was even older than the one we had.
She was just complaining how slow it was, and you know, she just was frustrated and just didn't want to work with it. And you know, when that's a bit demoralizing. Right. So, you know, to get something back that's going to be reliable, that's going to work a little bit faster, you know, that's going to be good for them and the business overall.
Correct. So yeah, then we had like a pretty busy week overall, didn't we?
Yeah, the bench was light, but calls and things like that, stuff we normally take care of. But
yeah, and it was like routine stuff that we do, you know, to like get people back on the go. You know, there was nothing really crazy out of the ordinary.
Nope, everything was you know, anything that, you know, because you know the stuff we do on the bench, we typically, you know, offer people the residential protection plan that gives them access to remote support. So they don't have to unplug their computer, drive down, drop it off, throw it on the bench. They call, you know, 5-10 minutes later, it's fixed. They're back up.
Yep, that's right. We just call in, we're just remote in and away we go.
So I think I had 2 or 3 of those this week and got those all fixed up. But then, like you said,
how many miles do we save people in a week on average? You know, like travel, probably like a couple hundred at least. Yeah. At minimum, a couple hundred miles.
Well, travel. Yeah, because some of the people that have called, you know, they're not local. They're 25, 30,
well, everything's 30 miles away around these parts. So, yeah,
saving time, saving money. That's what we do.
So you've done a good job on that front, dude. Thanks. And then, I'm in week 2 of like moving data to the cloud. Just been working with one of my accounting clients, and it's been kind of a fun thing most of the time. But you know, we've got a lot of data. I think so far I've probably moved around 400 gigs of data, at least minimum, to their cloud. They're moving from like servers and workstations that they have on their location, And we're moving them to what we call Azure. That's the Microsoft Azure cloud. So instead of them having to buy servers and other equipment, we're able to use the benefits of servers that Microsoft has in the cloud and moving all their stuff up there. But man, it's just like buried me in a lot of work. Most of it has been sort of watching green lines go by, which is extremely boring, but I wanted to do it myself because we want to be able to repeat this for other accountants that are interested in moving to the cloud, shrinking down their security footprint so that there's like less places for them to get banged up on as far as security goes. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I can set this up so that we can make it so that it's a repeatable process. So the next time I do it, it's going to be more like cookie cutter, for lack of a better term. And so we've been working with a wonderful client that we've been working with for years and years and years. And, he's, I think, pretty excited. Him and his partner are pretty excited about how this has been progressing. And it's just time consuming, to move data. And, but we've done a pretty good job of it. Yeah, that's been my week.
One of the things I think we overlook when we talk about moving people to the cloud, and I just thought of this as you were talking about buying hardware. When you go to move into your stuff to the cloud, to Azure, you're not buying one server.
Oh, no.
No, you're buying how many servers?
However many you need.
However many you need. So instead of investing on one server and relying on that one, if your internet goes down or your server dies, you're out of business. When you go to Azure, you're buying servers all over. So if one server goes down, another one pops up and you're still working.
Oh, there's so much redundancy. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And that's one thing I just thought about, because, we always tell people about the hardware fact of things, and you'll never have to buy hardware. Well, you're actually getting more servers.
Well, and the other part of that, Keith, is that, when you buy a server, like in the traditional sense, you're buying it and you're kind of gambling that it's going to be good for you for the lifetime of that equipment. And in this case, that was not the case. They bought servers, they're 3-4 years old. Mm-hmm. We expect 5 to 7 years out of an on-prem server, meaning it's at your location. And that was not the case. And when we did all the math, it was a lot better for them long run to move all their stuff up into the cloud. Because if they need a little bit of extra memory, they add new employees. Mm-hmm. How simple is this? Oh, okay. We just bump you up. How long is it going to take? Oh, about 5 minutes, versus if I was to do that in on-premise, that's going to be about a week, 10 days work. This is just a matter of flipping the switch and away we go. And you get that redundancy. Even if it's locally redundant, there's multiple servers locally. I mean, this client's in like the zone that is West 2. But there are also, depending on how concerned you are about redundancy, there are what's called geo-redundancy, which means that, hey, I can have West 2, but I can also have something on the East Coast and have it all work up together. Oh, West 2 is down. Does the end user notice? Absolutely not, because East comes up and away you go. So depending on how reliant you are on your stuff, and in this case, this client, you're an accountant, between January and April, whatever date the IRS says it's going to be, you are absolutely, completely dependent on your technology working every minute of every day. And I mean every minute, every day, because if something goes wrong, they call me at 5 a.m. in the morning and say, hey, I need you to help me with this. It's like, I always give them a hard time. Go, you're my favorite workaholic. But it's true.
Exactly.
Some people are very dependent on their stuff. So yeah, that's really, in a nutshell, the benefit of the cloud. But there are other things that are safer in the cloud too. you know, maybe you want to talk about like the OneDrive thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I did before OneDrive, but
No, I don't either.
yeah, it's the thing that you need because who you want to access your stuff when and where you want it. And OneDrive does that. So you have your phone. I use my phone all the time if I need to look up a file or something on OneDrive. I can get to it, or Teams even. You know, because OneDrive is it's kind of the foundation
SharePoint.
for Teams and SharePoint, and so anything that you save on OneDrive, you know, you can share with a colleague and put it in a team and use your Teams to actually view your files as well. So, and then the Microsoft security, you know, it's just getting better because you know.
Well, and like honestly, like I was watching a video from Dr. Nitin, who is the efficiency expert in Microsoft 365. And he had a slide up in one of the videos that I was watching, and it's unbelievable. You can't afford as an individual or a small business the kind of safeguards that are put in place for security for your data when it's in OneDrive. And I don't care whether you run phone, PC, Mac. OneDrive is like cat's pajamas, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
It's just so protected.
you know, and because you know when we do business work, we sell them the Microsoft Business Premium license. You get 1 terabyte of storage in your OneDrive. You know, and that's difficult to fill up a terabyte of storage.
It is. Yeah.
I think on mine, you know, and I've been here for quite a few years. You know, we're not doing videos or anything like that in the OneDrive, but my personal OneDrive, I'm using about 20 to 25%.
Yeah, it's,
200
it's
or so
pretty hard
gigabytes
to,
of data.
pretty hard to fill it up, unless you're doing a lot of video.
Yeah. Well, and even now, like, the hard drives that people are buying on their computers, some of them aren't even a terabyte. So, 500, gigabyte hard drives, are pretty common. Why not use that OneDrive and use that 1 terabyte of cloud storage?
Free storage. You don't have to have it on your computer, right?
Exactly.
Have 256 hard drive on your computer, 1 terabyte storage. What do you need? Like a big ass drive on your local computer.
You can save all your documents and your pictures in your OneDrive. That frees up space for your hard drive to do other things that may be more specific hard drive dependent for your local machine where you can't save everything to OneDrive.
So you got safety and you got more capacity. What else do we need to tell you to convince you? OneDrive is a good deal.
But don't forget about the accessibility. Hey, I can get on
accessibility
anywhere in the world, anytime, my phone, tablet, PC.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Keith. Yep.
That's one of their big pushers. Accessibility is a big one.
Right. They have one little thing going on with calendar sharing, right?
Yeah, that's an important thing for a lot of businesses because
vacation calendars.
Yeah, well, shared calendars in general. Whether it's hey, Greg, you and I, we share our calendars.
We do all the time.
Maybe there's something you're working on that you added your calendar. Maybe it's a meeting or some event or appointment. Go out. A doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, whatever. It's good to see those things in those shared calendars. And like you said, specifically vacation calendars for businesses are very
That's
important
big these days.
Yeah, well, during the holidays, it's very important, because right around the end of the year, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, that beginning of the year, a lot of people are requesting time off, taking time off, or things like that, or even the summer. Like you said, summer's coming up. People are going on vacation, they're traveling, doing whatever, and you need to be able to see those calendars. So and specifically having a shared calendar for your vacations or paid time off, whatever you want to call it. People need access. They need to see that, and they need to know, oh, if I need to put off a vacation, I don't just need to put it on my personal calendar. I'll put it on my vacations calendar.
So how do you get a shared?
Everybody.
How do you get a shared calendar, dude?
Well, you can create a calendar. Microsoft makes it pretty easy to create calendars. Go into your Outlook, create a calendar, name it whatever you want. You're the owner of the calendar when you create it. Hey, I want to share this calendar with my coworkers. So, the accounting department, the sales department, the marketing department, everybody needs to have access to it. You just, type in their name and add them to the shared calendar. And then, then usually, sometimes it's pretty quickly. Sometimes you have to close and restart
for the
Outlook.
last one we did, didn't it?
Well, I don't know if there was something they didn't click or whatever, but it didn't
Okay.
show up. It didn't show up initially, but when I logged in, I was like, oh, let's just check here, make sure it's on the web app. We can see the shared calendar.
Yeah, and
Great.
then it worked.
I go back and I look at the desktop app and Outlook and their calendar. I close it, reopen it. Oh, there's the vacations calendar. I can see, this person's vacation right there. Like, oh, okay. Well, this person didn't have access to it. I was like, well, let's just
Yeah, they did.
make sure we go in, we share all the people in the organization can see it. I'll just type their name in just for safe measure. There you go. We'll add it to them. And usually when somebody adds you to a shared calendar, you'll get an email saying, hey, you've been invited to this calendar.
Yeah,
And
and then
usually
you
just
just
click a
click it.
button and you're in. And then you can start adding things to that shared calendar. You go in, you check the box to show the shared calendar on your, if you're using the desktop Outlook, you can split it up. You can overlay it so that you can see everything on one calendar. Whatever you decided, whatever your preference is, it's pretty, user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But shared calendars are very important. And we have a paid time off calendar where we can see, oh, this person put on vacation. They're on be out this day. So they don't have to plug up their personal calendar with a bunch of stuff. They can actually put it on the shared calendar, and that keeps people organized and keeps everybody knowing who's doing what, when, and where.
All right. So, yeah.
I think you had one more thing
Yeah,
we wanted to talk about. We'll talk about us for a little bit. Because we've actually put together an online cart.
Yeah. We worked with Sam Kurt this week.
Yeah, Sam Cart gives us the ability to sell our services online.
Yeah,
And
we just added the residential protection plan on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll put the link to the Sam Cart in the comments below when we're done.
Oh, there you go.
But we're gonna take a few moments and we're gonna send you to our sponsor, which is us.
Yeah, and actually, the link to the Sam Cart will help you get access to this sweet product.
Do you want home computer support for less than $1 a day? Sign up for the Residential Protection Plan. It's $297 per year for each computer. Get support from people you can trust. The Residential Protection Plan includes next generation antivirus, daily cloud backup, PC hardware monitoring, security patches and updates, and US-based remote support. Give us a call at 877-686-6642 and visit us online at honorboundit.com.
All right.
The Residential Protection Plan now sold online. If you've seen the ad, you can click on that and it'll take you to the cart. You can watch a video, you can add it, purchase it. We'll get back to you, get you all set up.
That's right. We're here to help. So yeah, now without any further ado, it's time for Meme of the Week. So yeah, this was one did you see this one?
I did not see this
You
one.
did not
actually.
see this one? This one is like, hey honey, why don't you take a break from that and I'll show you how to do it the wrong way. So yeah.
That happens to me all the time. It seems like I never do things the right way.
You know the wrong way of doing it?
I do know the wrong way.
Well, that's a husband thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's right. And Terry, thanks for your submission. We just got really busy and weren't able to add you to Meme of the Week. But thank you for your submission. Maybe we'll get you next week. And yeah, now it's time for the cat picture of the week. And the cat picture is a little different. It's not one of my cats.
It's not my cat either.
No, it is not your cat. This is from the Lincoln Children's Zoo.
Okay.
We went to Lincoln last week. That's why we didn't have our live stream last Friday. Because Dr. David over there graduated from nurse anesthetist school. Got his doctorate in nursing. And so if you need somebody to put you to sleep, he's a he's a great guy to do that for you. We're really proud of our son and all of his accomplishments. He was a chemistry graduate. Then he went into nursing, and then he wanted to move his way up to anesthesiology. and we're really proud of him. Yeah. So we did see the cat at the zoo, and they have like have you ever been to the Lincoln Children's Zoo?
I have not been to the Lincoln Zoo.
They have like the cheetah run, but they don't run the cheetah run if it's been raining or like something like that, because we don't want like cat to slip and fall and hurt themselves. So the cat was there, and all it wanted to do was like roll around in the grass. But it was beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous. Cheetahs are a wonderful animal, and man, I just someday when I go to heaven, I want to love on one. Put him and call him George.
Good job, David.
Yes. Many years of hard work. That was 3 years of hard work and free labor.
It's free labor.
When you were an intern, you were free labor.
Got to sell out sometime, right?
That's right. That's right. And so he takes his boards here pretty soon. And yeah, appreciate that you joined us this week. Hope that you hung out with us till the end. And we'll wish you well, and we'll see you next week.
Hey! Did you just hear that?